Late night with Papa Bale, and welcome to the channel. Alright, so we've kind of been like at a deadlock with our Bedini bounce here. One battery is down to 1264 and the other one's at 1301. So we're just doing the relayless relay right now, the Bedini bounce. Yeah, this battery over here keeps on wanting to charge more than it's spending, which is awesome. See, it goes from 13 to 1301. I'm hoping to see a 1302. And the other one's been at 1264 for like 20 minutes. So, I mean, the relay is working. Sweet, man. It's 180 degree magnets and 90 degree coils. You got a SG output on each one. That's a combo, so it's the generator mode. Kenergy.store is where I got my Bedini circuit from. And I'm working with two of them right now. The only thing that's a little different is that the coils are a little different. And you can tell uh, by how much, generating and how much spending is going on. Now they both do both, but this battery right here is way ahead. Let's see what that battery does real quick, or what it's hooked up to. So this coil's generation is like going faster, or it's more than what it's spending. That this one is spending. You get what I'm trying to say? Awesome. So this one is spending when this one is generating. All right. But yeah, like this is a very cheap coil to run, but it doesn't generate as much as that one does. So when this one's running, and this one runs at a higher rate than this one does, and vice versa. So that explains the disparity in the batteries. And see, there it goes. It went down. We didn't see 1302, but we're seeing a change here. It's going up and down. So right now I'm just doing my skepticism. Does the relay work? And so far it's working. So far everything's working just fine. We got two generator mode circuits charging these two batteries. It's awesome. All right, now this permanent magnet display here, excuse me. Let me just switch it up a little bit. Okay, we got it like that. And what I did was I changed the front of that magnet to south. And the front of these magnets are north. But watch what happens to the gyros. Oh. Oh, it sucked it right off. Huh, that was a first. Let me back it out a little bit. There we go. All right, so now it's north. And the north facing is more repulsion. So this is a ferrite rod in the center here. Half of it is now south and the other half is north. And that's blasting through like 2 wraps of aluminum wire. I tried yoking the magnet a little bit, making it go out the poles like more aggressively. And this is a neodymium cylinder. Let me back this out a little bit and flip it over to face south. Okay, so now the bar is all north. Excuse me, the bar is all north. And it makes sense because now it's facing south and the other face is facing north. So that rod is going to be all north. You get a way better reaction from the gyros with the south facing, with the attraction phase. See, but the big strong magnet in the back is always going to be facing north. It's north is always facing that way, and I would like to imagine that in this range, the north is hitting the north of the magnet over here with its range. So somewhere in the middle here, they touch each other. Even though there's a, attraction going on here, there's repulsion going on as well. It's just not showing up on the scope. Because the south, right at that point, is like way stronger, but it doesn't negate to the point where it doesn't function. Hello. Hey, hey. This was a collaboration rotor that Dolarath, he sent me the STL files for this thing, and it was a single print, and it's got 4 gyroscopic magnet holders on it. But we're doing a Bedini bounce. We're doing a relayless relay, just based on the position. Thank you. So right now I got both batteries hooked up to the input and the output respectively to their respective batteries on both SSG circuits, and it's running pretty flawlessly right now. Nothing has happened bad or anything. It's running really good. Oh, yeah, my man. I do try stuff, you know? I really would like to see that. Um, I've known like several different types of, Howard Johnson um, did some permanent magnet stuff. I know that Daniel's Inventions works a lot with permanent magnets, motion magnetics. I watch a lot of stuff about permanent magnets. That's awesome. That's awesome. Heck yeah, man. So I'm not making any engines or anything, but this is a DC brushless motor relay. No alternator included. Absolutely, because it's such an acute field. I got a rotor in the other room with ferrite magnets, uh, ceramic magnets. And it's pretty awesome too. It's an axial flux design. It's all about the size too, man, because, you can. Wow. It's amazing how far it actually, like, affects each other. Because now you're dealing with two fields that are combining, are bumping into each other, basically. Even way out here. Yeah, I saw like a car like that on I forget which podcast I was watching, but since I don't have any idea what that configuration would be, I don't tend to break a sweat over it. It's just a real simple theory right here, though. You got the big, strong, powerful magnet in the back facing repulsion to the magnets that are facing these magnets right here, repelling these ones. And then one in the front attracting. It's a weaker magnet, and this one in the back is repelling, even though this one is also retracting. You know what I'm trying to say, attracting. So, you know, it's holding it in place, but at the same time, pushing it along. But, you know, you get it, you know, you're right, absolutely right about positioning, because you get it too close and it doesn't work at all, you know. But and then if you got the right position and you put it up real close, it'll help it go a lot faster. So, you know, but, you know, I've never had like anything go that fast, and I never like wanted to put in enough effort to have, you know, when everybody's telling me it's not going to work anyway, why would I build it when I don't necessarily believe it myself? You know, everything I've done has told me that, you know, that doesn't exist. And there's reasons why it doesn't exist. But, you know, I'm willing to take a word for it, man. You got a video? Do you have a video that I can watch? Put a link down there and I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I heard a lot about magnetic bearings, but you know, not any knock on magnetic bearings, but I type magnetic bearing into the search bar and I don't really get what I'm expecting. But I'll have to keep looking because I do want to get some magnetic bearings. I mean, I have a maglev over here on this wheel, but it's just two toroids repelling each other. And then, you know, it's also helping keep the magnets in place. Mm. Yeah, I get I get it, man. But you know, yeah, that's what I'm doing over here with this relay, man. It's going pretty fast. The swap is occurring at a phenomenal rate. Oh, so you're telling me nobody's achieved it yet? I don't mind being a second mover on that, Jay. I really don't. I don't need to be the first person to discover perpetual motion. I would love it if somebody else would do it and then I could watch their video, though. Nah, dude. Might as well be a fart in the wind. I hope you're right, and I hope that everything gets revealed pretty soon, cause this is a great time for that to happen. But until it happens, man, I'm not on board, dude. I'm so not on board. I'm willing to do things that function and work, or that even don't work but are fun. And seriously, I mean, when you say perpetual motion, what do you mean? Because if you stop it, or it can be stopped, is it truly perpetual? If you really think about it, I mean, seriously, a truly perpetual motion, you can't hide it. There's no way to hide it. And it, motion tends to build on itself. Okay? Momentum. With endless momentum is an endless increase in RPMs. And none of that stuff can happen. None of it can happen. You can. I don't believe it. Well, I mean, Tesla came really close, except his invention like kept melting on itself. So yeah, thanks, Mike. Welcome. Sorry, I was doing your relay, man, and we're having some really awesome readings here. So I decided to show everybody. I'm really excited, man. They've been at this rate now for at least an hour. And I think everybody has an idea of what perpetual motion would be, but from what I gather from motion, motion begets motion, and endless motion begets endless motion, and it's not just going to stay at a resonant frequency. It's going to continue to increase. Because I mean, the Earth, you would think that the universe would have some sort of construct of perpetual motion, but I'm telling you, man, uh, 20 billion years from now, we're going to be isolated, alone, and far away from everything else. And it's going to be cold. No, no, no. I mean, yes, 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 but I mean, could we be in a black hole? And you guys, I'm just putting forth hypotheticals, man. None of this stuff, I really like I said, man, perpetual motion, I don't think it's real. Oh, thank you, Mike. Heck yeah. Everybody, thank you. Is that the new one with the one guy from Star Wars? All right, sweet man. I'll be there. No, I mean, yeah, there is energy all around us, but ambient energy is limited. The energy that you would suck out of the environment is limited. And all that electrical hot energy has limit. I'm saying it's probably more vast than anything we're doing right now. And that's the great lure. It's more vast than anything we're doing right now, but it's limited. There's not an endless supply, and that's what I think a misconception that's going on right now is that this boundless energy is limitless, and I mean the two words are synonymous. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm definitely not an expert. I have my opinions on it and whatever, and I think what makes my opinions special is they're not based on somebody else's opinions. They're 100% my opinions because I don't read. And I've said this before. I don't like reading. I gather no enjoyment from reading. So it's not, and maybe somebody did a podcast on it one time, and I picked up a little bit from there. But how much can you actually pick up? But I got like some circuits to reverse engineer. Is it fusion or fission? I don't know. I have to see a lot more proof. Like a lot more. I'm not saying you're wrong. And I don't read, so it's not going to come to me fast from whatever's happening now. It'll probably be a few years before I can absorb that. And I'm not saying it isn't real, man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying show me the scat, and I'll be happy, man. I'll be straight up like a clam. And theory is like a plan, okay? Theory is like a plan. It's essential for the future. You got to plan for the future, and but without action, a plan is absolutely nothing. Without proof, the theory is, like I said before. And I know they're doing a lot of, like CERN is doing a lot of particle collision experiments. then I'm thinking we're pretty close to whatever um, we're gonna call it. But I'm not gonna jump to conclusions because as long as it's just a plan, there's always like a much bigger percentage than people would like to admit that it's never gonna happen. I want everything to happen, man. But and believe me, man, no one would be happier than me to see the world run on an atom for 1 billion years. And I think an atom, like in a quantum microscopic level, beyond microscopic, like smaller than that, there is motion that cannot happen on a bigger level. But yeah, on that level, I totally believe that it's possible. But I don't think that you can like. I mean, I don't even know what that would look like. No, I understand, man, but that's policy. All of what you're talking about is policy and how we're going to deal with all this stuff and whether we're going to turn it into energy or waste. It's all about policy. And I would love to see all of our waste that can be turned into energy turned into energy. That would be awesome. That would solve a lot of problems just right there. And I believe that Mr. Fusion, that's it. In Back to the Future, the little thing that he puts the trash in and it turns it into a nuclear reaction. Yes, man, everybody needs one of those hooked up to their car. Absolutely. And it might sound like I'm being facetious and I'm joking around, but I'm pretty serious. That would be cool. Yeah, I get it. I heard all that stuff before. It doesn't mean anything to me though, or what I'm doing over here. Yeah, matter cannot be created or destroyed, and therefore it only changes state. Yeah, and I know what that's called too, but I'm not going to get into that. The amount of energy remains the same, of course, man, but you don't understand what that is, what that looks like from beginning to end. It has nothing to do with us or anything else that we can do. We're just part of it, moving like like the dust. When you're pounding a speaker really hard and the magnet like busts out, that's the universe busting out. But when it's time to come back, it's going to violently come back to the center. And there's the only way I think you could avoid like damage from something like that anywhere in the universe is if you're in a black hole. If you're already in the frickin' hole, then the black hole absorbs massive amounts of energy. And that's how I think you could avoid, supernovas, all that stuff, man. You don't even have to worry about it because you're in a black hole. That's another theory. Are we in a black hole? And that one makes more sense than other ones. If you can conjure up a black hole, which you can using physics, you can conjure up a black hole, then you could, technically use it as a protection device. Because the cataclysm, like stuff that we experience on Earth is nothing compared to what I'm talking about. So when you say energy can be destroyed, I believe you. Or that it can't be destroyed, it can only take another shape. Well, people here on Earth would consider that being destroyed in some respects. But of course, it's only changed into another type of matter. But what happens? What actually happens? Okay, that's a whole nother ball of wax, man. A whole nother story, and it's a lot less dry than my throat is right now. And like motion wouldn't necessarily be considered energy, I don't think. Maybe work be considered work. Using energy to move something would be considered work, yeah? But of course, I mean, once you've broken open the ether and you're transporting people from here to Mars with no problems, none of this stuff seems like it matters at all. But I don't know, man. I'm keeping my head where it belongs. Oh, we're down one more. Oh, boo. This one's still hovering at 13. Oh. See, but the coils are not equitous. They're a little different. This one has 18 and 20 gauge, 32 gauge trigger, and this one has 32 gauge trigger, 20 and 24 gauge. This one's generating a little bit less, but it's also costing a little bit less to run. And this one is a little bit more and a little bit more. So when you break them down, this battery is always spending more and generating less. And this one's doing exactly the opposite. And I don't know. It'll keep going down, I know that. But, like if anything cataclysmic does happen in the universe, I'm sure it'll happen so fast that we won't even recognize that it happened. And yeah, I don't mean that there's gonna, those people that understand what I mean know that there's nothing to worry about. And I just got done watching a zombie movie, so yeah. All right. So I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon because I'm gonna watch this movie called The Wolfman. It's a new movie about the Wolfman, and I'm gonna watch that. So with closing remarks, so far the relay's done pretty well. This one started at 12:64 when I started 40 minutes ago, and this one started at 13:01. So I think it's doing rather well, considering I'm not even using the relays. Haha. Pretty sweet. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Have a wonderful night. Bye now.